I'm sure many of us know that abroad life is not funny. Like it's really not funny. Because it's a new land, it's a new place, a new system. A lot of things will be new, definitely. You try to want to make ends meet because oftentimes by the time you convert naira to pounds, you know what I mean, right? It can be just so frustrating. So you have to find something to do. So basically, I I studied in the UK, studied at the University of Kent. Shout out to my fellow Kent mates. Yeah, it was challenging, but one thing, or let me say, I'll focus on three things. How was I able to manage my academics with all the businesses and all the works I was doing? So I'll list a few. I was working at my school's catering service. I started the catering business at some point. I had a hairdressing mobile salon. So I go to people's houses. I had this mini blue travel bag, which I miss so much. So I have this mini travel bag. I go to people's houses. I, you know, I go to people's houses, do their hair, whether it's retouching the hair or doing braids or doing weaves or treating the hair. I did all of those things. And what else did I do? I started playing saxophone as well. I played at some weddings, I played at some churches, and I would get paid for it, obviously. And yeah, so those were the things I was doing. So you really have to find something that you are passionate about and you can do it to a good standard, and you just really work on yourself. I remember in those days I'll spend hours and hours on YouTube, learning how to fix a weave, learning how to do a pixie cut, learning how to braid, all of those things, like learning patterns. I'll spend hours like, I really need to do this because a lot of customers come to me, oh, they want their hair this way or that way. So I spent my time doing, and I realized that I think 2 3 months into doing people's hair, I made about, I think, between 3 to 4,500 pounds, which was, I was able to pay my rent, right? I did it for a few years and I was very excited. I loved doing hair. My grandma taught me how to do hairs when I was 8 years old. So I'd always play with her hair, and my parents would complain, but she would say, don't worry, she's going to start making money off of this, and you'll be the one asking her for money, basically. So, how was I able to come out still with a 2-1 and also doing 3 4 jobs all together? So usually hairs take time, like doing hairs for your client take time. For instance, braids on a minimum takes me like, say, 6 hours. So what I do in those times is, one, it's either I'm listening to a podcast or I'm listening to my lectures, right? So that I'm not missing so much. So I listen to my lectures. I just plug in my ears and I do the braids. Then at the same time, I listen to my lectures so I don't miss out on things, because I know I wouldn't have as much time to study to prepare myself as I should. Yeah, so I did that a lot. And so yeah, that's one of the things. Just use your time, your boss time, your break times, your colleagues. Like, ask them. I ask my friends questions a lot. So ask your friend questions, what you're not clear. So every time you are not spending on your work or your business, ensure you're spending it on your academic, right? So when I mean academic, I don't mean the sit down on the table, forcing yourself to read what is not even entering your brain and stuff. What I mean by academics is the very informal, little, friendships that you have around. Ask them questions. Always have something at the back of your mind. Okay, I'm going to talk about, say, tort law with this person, and I'm going to talk about this bit of folklore with this person, and that's how you just gather knowledge. Don't wait for that chunk of time to gather your knowledge. You can, the littlest 1 minute here, 5 minutes explanation there, they help a lot. So that's one or two of the ways of how I was able to manage juggling work with, different, like doing 3 4 works with my school, right? So if you're studying abroad, you can do this, you can make money as well. You have to be very careful to manage your time so you don't fail, right? But yeah, it's very rewarding. You meet people, you become responsible overnight. I literally had to grow up overnight. So yeah, drop in the box below comments, questions. If you need any help, holla. Thank you. Bye.